my name's Sarita and I'm speaking to you today from Soulhenge, and I'm here to help you understand the truth about who you are. Now, what I would like to share with you today is a meditation to heal and relax your nervous system. And I wanted to share this meditation with you because I have been thinking about the nervous system for a while now, and I have understood that the more that we can relax our nervous system and feel safe within our existence and within our bodies, the more we will have the ability to anchor into our lives, and in that accept our present moments, and in that be able to ascend and expand our spiritual awareness. And this is because what I've realized is that most people these days are living in a permanent state of nervousness. And this is for many reasons, but really most of us are used to releasing stress hormones. We are really living in a world which is very adrenaline orientated, and that is precipitating a lot of people being under a permanent state of stress. And the whole thing is that when we can relax, this allows us to expand our conscious awareness, because our energy fields, when we're stressed or when we're in fear, basically contract, and we become very selfish and uninterested in looking outside of the self, because really we are in survival mode. But if you can relax the central nervous system, this allows our energy fields to expand and open, and in that we will have more access to the truth about who we really are, to, you know, that infinite unlimitedness of what we are, and to be able to connect more fully and integrate with the source field, which is all that is. And this whole meditation started also because I have a client who's got a disease which she is healing for herself, and it's based around her nervous system. And what I understood from her description of her diagnosis was that her nervous system had was essentially contracting, and this is what made me realize what was going on. And as I've said in other videos, anything that is in a state of contraction or stuck energy is not going to be able to function in full health, because we, by our very nature as energy, are in a constant state of flow. And when we're looking at the central nervous system, which is the command center for the body, what I've also realized is that this is our center for sensing what is going on around us. And in order to be able to sense beyond that, so in other words, to move into using our sixth sense more and our seventh sense, which is the void. So in other words, it's our awareness that we are the void, that we are the source field, that we are interconnected and interrelated and in communion with everything else. We need to be able to relax the central nervous system so that it can flow and seek out and explore and feel and sense everything that is around us. So I've been thinking about doing this meditation for a while, and what normally happens is I get an idea and then I just sort of wait for the information to arrive in my head. And at this stage I have a vague idea what I'm going to do, but I have never done the meditation before. So what I'm going to do in a minute is tell you what the vague idea is, and then just kind of open myself up. In shamanic terms, they would say become the hollow bone. So basically open up and just allow the information to pour through me, and I will essentially channel the meditation for you. And in really vague terms, this is what I've worked out that's going to be going on. So in vague terms, what we're going to do is we're going to get into a state of relaxation, perceive all of the energy inside our body, and then allow our bodies to fill up with the black amniotic fluid of the meta womb. And if you've watched one of my previous videos, which I posted really not that long ago, within the last week, you will see that I did a Joe Dispenza meditation, merging with the void. And the void is also the meta womb. So in other words, the meta womb is the womb of all creation. And the reason that I feel that we need to fill our bodies up and merge and become one with the black amniotic fluid of the meta womb is that I have a really strong sense that our nervous system needs to be able to be allowed to float and flow freely within this black sea of information, which is essentially all that is. Because if our central nervous system is what allows us to sense who we are and allows us to perceive whether we should be in a state of fight or flight or in a state of flow and relaxation, if you can allow the central nervous system to flow and connect and be immersed within the amniotic fluid of our seventh sense, which is the void or the meta womb, however you want to look at it, then our nervous system will come into a heightened awareness about who we really are, which is all that is. And in that, repair, heal, extend, and feel utterly safe. Because all of our safety issues, all of our fears around safety and survival and that it's not safe to be here on earth are rooted in these egoic conditioned programs that we are separate and that we are going to die. So in other words, they're survival mechanisms. And if you can connect the central nervous system with the void, the amniotic fluid of the meta womb, then what happens is the central nervous system will just know that it is in fact eternal and that there's nothing to be fearful of. So that's my vague idea, is that we begin to merge our energy with that of the meta womb. And then what we're going to do is we're going to really perceive our central nervous system, which essentially is the brain and the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which is like all the fibers and threads, all the nerves that come off that central nervous system and go throughout our whole body. So they come all the way down our arms, and we've got nerves in our fingertips. We've got nerves all over our whole body, basically. So that's the basic premise for the meditation. We're just going to become the meta womb, feel that black amniotic fluid within our bodies, and then perceive the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system, and however that manifests for you visually is absolutely fine, as floating within that sea. So it's as if it's freely allowed to float. I imagine it kind of like one of those illuminated jellyfishes that floats in the deep sea. And as it floats, it's just merging and connecting with the amniotic fluid, with the meta womb, with the void. And it's very soothing. And as it's amniotic fluid and we're dealing with a meta womb, that in and of itself is going to allow you to rebirth your nervous system into its original state. And so your perceptions about who you are going to expand and grow. And if you are healing your nervous system for any reason, or because you're trying to heal a disease, it's going to be rebirthed in this process. So really the visions for me are a bit like a black inky sea and this illuminated soft jellyfish, which is the nervous system. So that's my vague idea of what's going to happen. And I'm just going to go ahead now and channel the meditation. So when you're ready, I would encourage you to sit up if you can for this meditation. And if you need to lie down, then do so. And when you're ready, I want you to take a breath in and a breath out and close your eyes. And in the darkness behind your eyelids, just beginning to bring your attention to the breath. So following the breath as it moves into your body and following it on its path as it leaves your body. Connecting with your breath. Allowing your consciousness to merge with the breath. Feeling the breath. Relaxing with your breath. And we're going to begin to imagine that the breath is filling up our whole body from the tips of our toes to the crown of our head. So you're breathing in and feeling your whole body fill with breath. You're breathing out and relaxing. Breathing in and filling your whole body with breath. Breathing out and relaxing. And now, can you begin to perceive all of the energy within your whole body in space? So feeling the energy in your head, your torso, your arms and your legs, allowing your awareness to roam freely, softly around your being, feeling all of the energy inside you, perceiving yourself as the energetic being that you are. Feeling all of the energy inside your body in space. And can you now feel all of the energy around your body in space? Expanding your awareness beyond yourself, up and out, exploring the space of all of the space around you. Understanding that your ability to move your consciousness is within you, using your focused intent. Roaming your awareness around all of the space within space. And now we are going to begin to merge our bodies with the consciousness of the meta womb. And I want you to begin to feel the black, inky, amniotic fluid of the meta womb beginning to fill up the space inside your toes. So feeling each toe filling with this amniotic fluid, inky black, the fluid of rebirth, the void. And as your toes fill up, beginning to feel your feet filling up. This amniotic fluid, this all-intelligent, life-giving fluid filling up your body, merging its consciousness with yours, and your toes and feet are full of this fluid, and this inky black sea rises up your legs, filling you, merging with you, pouring into your body, rising, rising. All of the space in your legs now submerged within this amniotic fluid of the meta womb. This beautiful, flowing, divine consciousness fluid filling you up, rising past your hips, filling all of the space inside your whole torso in space, submerging you, becoming the fluid, feeling it filling your arms, your hands to your fingertips, and now it's rising up your neck and filling your whole head to the crown, and just feeling your whole being infused and submerged within the amniotic fluid of the meta womb. Pure creation, filling all of the space that is your being. This fluid contains loving intelligence and information needed to heal and grow and birth new systems and new realities. And holding this merge with the fluid of the meta womb, you are now going to begin to grow a new brain for yourself. So feeling the space within your head, the birth of a new brain. Perceiving it growing from a seed, fed and nourished by the meta womb. Growing inside this fluid, inside your being. And now, beginning to birth out of the brain a spinal cord, beginning to bud and bloom and grow from the brain, elongating, extending, flowing out as a creation from the womb, flowing down where your spine would be if it were not full of this black, inky fluid of creation. And as your spinal cord completes in its growth, beginning to perceive now all the millions of nerves beginning to grow. The nerves of the peripheral nervous system growing, extending, expanding outwards. Fibers and threads, sensitive, seeking, moving and flowing, filling your whole being with the new creation of a brand new peripheral nervous system. And so now your central nervous system and your peripheral nervous system are fully grown, floating in this beautiful black inky sea of creation, the nourishing amniotic fluid of creation, soothing, holding, floating, and just feel this gentle, soothing, floating freedom as your nervous system sways in the ebb and flow, buoyant within this amniotic fluid of the meta womb, weightless, soft, light, peaceful. See this system gently lit, softly luminous and expansive, floating within your whole being. Feeling this system relaxed, held, safe, soothed, floating within the amniotic fluid of the meta womb. Fully functioning, fully connected with your entire being and with your seventh sense, the meta womb, the void of all creation, in perfect communion. Feeling your multi-dimensionality floating freely, consciously within all of this space of the meta womb. And now, as you breathe in, allow the gift of your breath to nourish the whole nervous system. Breathing in even more nourishment to every fiber and thread of your nervous system. Breathing in life and energy. Bathing your nervous system with your breath. Seeing your breath as the ebb and flow of the black, inky sea of amniotic fluid. Seeing your nervous system gently lighting up and softly swaying within the ebb and flow of your breath. And seeing this black sea of unconditional love, intelligence, and information, holding your nervous system, soothing your nervous system, nourishing it and loving it. Breathing in and breathing out. The ebb and flow of your breath, nourishing, healing, soothing this nervous system. And keeping this rhythm of the ebb and flow of your breath, and seeing your nervous system gently flowing with the ebb and flow of your breath. You are now going to allow this perception of your body as filled with the black, inky fluid to gently and slowly melt away. And as this perception of the inky fluid melts away, beginning to allow your awareness of your physical body to come back slowly, gently, realizing all of the muscles and organs and blood and tissue and bone to come back into your perception. Your beautiful, healthy, whole body, and within it your healed and floating, soothed nervous system, keeping the ebb and flow of your breath, nourishing it, nourishing all of you as you very gently and very slowly come back into your body, into the room, and open your eyes. So hopefully you're feeling pretty calm right now. I am. And yeah, I just love that feeling, that expression of that inky black amniotic fluid of the meta womb. It's a real gift to put anything within the meta womb, because obviously, as you can imagine, that gives you the opportunity to rebirth something. So if you are healing a disease in your body which is associated with your nervous system, you could do that meditation daily and feel yourself relaxing and learning to switch off your stress mechanisms, your fight or flight, and in that feeling the expansion of your energy field and the whole nervous system healing and being regenerated within that fluid. And if you're just somebody who wants to expand their consciousness, as I said, the nervous system is central. It really works in relation to the endocrine system, and the endocrine system is what releases hormones, and it's what allows you to have mystical experiences and use your second sight or your sixth sense, however you want to call it. So overall, always good to have all of the systems in your body functioning as well as you can. And as we are learning more and more each day, this is within your power, because everything responds to consciousness, because we are all consciousness. So I hope that was enjoyable for you. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you would like to see more videos and receive free meditations every week, then please just subscribe. Thank you very much for listening.